All right, I'm not really sure how to start this. As you can tell by the title of this video, this is my very first YouTube video. This is completely new to me. Okay, my name is Matt Ryan, and through this video I just wanted to introduce myself and explain why now I feel is a good time to actually start my own YouTube channel. So, as I said, my name is Matt Ryan. I live here in Austin, Texas. I'm the owner and head coach of my company, my business, Heavy Metal Fitness. I offer personal training services to clients, both in person and online as well. And so to just give you a little bit of a background about myself and my fitness journey, I really took my first steps in a commercial gym when I was about 13 years old. It was the summer before I was going into my freshman year of high school. And really the reason behind that was just that I was never a very lean kid. I was never an athletic kid. In fact, I was kind of overweight in school, especially through like 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade. And so I was just kind of tired of hearing jokes from peers and friends about my weight, and it just made me, it's not that it made me feel bad about myself, but it just made me feel kind of embarrassed about just embarrassed about my body. And I wanted to change that. I didn't want to have those comments and that negativity in my life anymore. Now, the answer to that, or probably the better solution to that problem, would have just been cutting negative people out of my life. But that's kind of a hard thing to know when you're 13 years old. But that was when I saw the first kind of drastic change in my physique. I lost about 20 pounds that summer, and while I wasn't still an athletic kid, I was at least a little bit leaner than I was before, and those comments, those mean comments, those negative comments, all those things kind of stopped for me. That felt good to set out, mark a goal for myself and achieve that goal. But it really wasn't until I was 19, going into my sophomore year of college, that I was really introduced to bodybuilding and fitness in a very serious way. I had two friends that introduced me to bodybuilding. They asked me to come and work out with them, and from that very first workout session, I was hooked. I knew that this was different now, that I had a structure, I had a plan, and every workout was getting me closer to those goals that I've been working for in the gym previously. So then I started taking training seriously, I started taking nutrition seriously, and my life really started to change drastically for the better. And when you go into the gym and you don't have a plan, you don't really know what you're doing, you don't know how to eat, you're wondering why you're not seeing the results that you want to see, it can be kind of discouraging. So when I had that plan, when I finally had structured workouts, when I was eating the way that I needed to and started seeing those results, I was almost addicted, if you will, to the gym. It became my second home. And in fact, it felt like I found my home finally. It felt like I had that core group of friends that I was really looking for, and that I could rely on, that would hold me accountable and push me to be a better version of myself. But I plan to do a video detailing my fitness journey in more depth at a later time, so we'll revisit the subject later. And so as I mentioned, I'm the owner and head coach of my company and my business, Heavy Metal Fitness. I offer personal training services to clients here in Austin, and then to clients online as well. And this journey with my business started about 2 years ago now. I've been working a 9-to-5 job, and it was a rewarding job, but looking at it, it was just something that I knew I wouldn't want to do for the rest of my life. I wouldn't want to do 20, 30 years down the road. And so I was thinking to myself, what is that thing that I can get up and do, talk about every day and never get tired of it? And to me, that really wasn't a hard question to answer. That's always been fitness and nutrition for me. And so that was when I knew, okay, if this is what I'm gonna do, if I want to start my own business, if I want to take this risk to quit my 9-to-5, leave the safety net that I have right here and start something where I don't even know if it's gonna work, who knows what's gonna happen. If I'm gonna take this risk, now is the time to do it. So I quit my 9-to-5, started studying for my personal training certification exam. About a month after I passed that exam, I started training clients here in Austin. Now, I've been very fortunate. It only took me 2 to 3 months before I had a decent clientele base that I was working with on a daily and weekly basis, and had a fairly full schedule. So I was very, very fortunate. And I've been very fortunate to work with a lot of the people that I have. I've gotten to meet some pretty cool people. And I've been very humbled by a lot of the progress that a lot of them have made. And so really my goal with my YouTube channel is to just help others achieve those results that they're looking for in the gym with their nutrition plans, but make nutrition and training a very manageable aspect of their life, not something that they feel is very overwhelming, not something that they hate. I want to help people achieve the results that they want to see while making it enjoyable, while making it a healthy part of their lives. And that's something that I really strive to help my in-person clients with as well. You know, I tell them all the time, because if you're feeling overwhelmed and you feel like, you know, I'm gonna start binging, I'm gonna give up on my training routine, then everything that you've worked so hard for is probably gonna be going out the window pretty soon. So really the goal is to make it as sustainable as we can, because when you're doing it for the long term, when you're doing it with the long term in mind, those results that you're achieving are going to last. And so really that's my whole goal with YouTube, is to just make these very complex aspects of life with training, nutrition, exercise more manageable for everyone in their everyday lives.
Lately I've been low down, losing all control. Henny with the soda, I've been on a roll, life been taking toll. I just wanna roam, I've been running from them bad days, trying to take it slower. Party on occasion, I should ease the weight off my shoulders, yeah. I said we only getting older, yeah. And tell me, are you coming over? I need to know, is you falling through? Tell me what the move is, girl, it's been a cool minute, yeah. I just wanna know, tell me what's the hold up, wanna get to know ya. Girl, I wanna show ya.
All right, so I'm here at the warehouse. This is the private facility where I train all of my clients at here in Austin. If you're in Austin, it's actually located right down the road by the Domain. So I'm about to go through one of my workouts. I'm gonna take you guys through it with me. I've got Jackson here to help me film it, and yeah, let's get into it. All right, so the best way to warm up for your workouts is just start with the first movements that you're gonna do and just move a really light weight. We're gonna get the nervous system ready for that heavier load. Today I'm working on shoulders and legs. I'm gonna start with my barbell military press, and then I'm gonna go right into my superset with my walking lunges. All right, so the first warm-up set is done. Now we're gonna slowly pyramid our way up in weight. I've got my next set ready to go, 95 pounds. My military press, and I'll use the same weight for the lunges as well. So the warm-up sets are done. We're ready to get into our working weight. We'll start moving some weight around. So my favorite shoulder exercise ever is the dumbbell lateral raise. So I'm gonna take you guys through these right now. We're gonna aim higher reps, 12 to 14 on these, 5 sets. All right, so I got to take you guys through a couple workouts from last night's session. For those of you that are wondering what my training routine looks like throughout the week, I'm doing 3 days on, 1 day off. Workout 1 will be chest and back, workout 2 will be shoulders and legs, and then workout 3 will be arms and abs. So like I said, I'll cycle through the 3 workouts, take 1 day off, and then cycle through them again. So I'm training about 6 days a week on average. And then as far as cardio is concerned, I'm actually not incorporating a lot of cardio right now. Usually the only cardio I'm getting right now is just taking Murphy for a walk, taking my dog for a walk around Austin. But if I do incorporate cardio into my program, it's really just gonna depend on how my body composition is changing and how the scale is moving throughout the week. That's how I'll judge, how much cardio I need to start implementing into my programs. Okay, so I wanna talk to you guys a little bit about nutrition and really more specifically, my approach to nutrition and what my diet looks like on a daily basis, a weekly basis, and really to also give you guys a better idea of what nutrition related content I'll be posting on my channel as well. So really my approach to nutrition and dieting is not anything revolutionary or unique by any means. Really I just follow more of a flexible dieting approach to nutrition. And really what that means, what that says is that I can have really whatever I want to eat within reason, as long as I'm paying attention to my macronutrients and my micronutrients as well. So my proteins, carbs, fats, and then my vitamins and minerals, my amounts of sugar, fiber, sodium, things like that. So everything that you see laid out in front of me here, and then some, are foods that I'm having either every day or several days, multiple times throughout the week. And flexible dieting gives you that opportunity. It gives you that ability to say, I can have this as long as I'm holding myself accountable with these other meals throughout the day. And what I've found is that having something small, so if let's say instead of having this whole package of Pop-Tarts, right? Say I had 1 Pop-Tart. Having 1 Pop-Tart might allow me to indulge a little bit in a food that I enjoy without binging. And if I'm doing that throughout the week, maybe I'm doing it once a day, which is acceptable. Having something like that in my daily life is going to prevent me from wanting to binge every single weekend. You hear it a lot that people are really, really on top of their food from Monday through Friday, but then the weekend comes around and they went out for pizza and drinks, and it turns out that they had an entire pizza and they drank 6 beers, whatever it is. We want to avoid that binge sort of cycle, that cycle of binging on the weekends. We want to establish a healthy relationship with food, and that's what flexible dieting really allows for, at least in my experience and what I've seen in a lot of my clients as well. We don't want to follow a dieting approach that really feels like a diet, right? We're trying to make it more of a lifestyle. Anybody can lose weight, not very many people can keep it off. And the thing that's going to help you keep it off is adhering to a nutrition plan, to a diet that you enjoy, that you can see yourself doing for your whole life. And so really my plan with my channel regarding nutrition is to upload content that will help you guys sort of stick to your meal plan, stick to your numbers throughout the week, while also giving you more, I guess, creative and more palatable meal ideas and meal items that you can have. So that way you're not just, sort of lost for options, or maybe there's too much conflicting information out there about which foods are good for you, which foods aren't. I plan to break down sort of what each meal will contain and the benefits to those meals. But like I said, really it's not one food that's gonna make us healthy or one food that's gonna make us unhealthy. It's the overall amount of certain nutrients that we're getting, in our daily diet throughout the week. So I plan to really give you guys a wide variety of meal ideas that you can incorporate throughout your diet, throughout the week, throughout your day. So be on the lookout for that. All right, and so in the name, Heavy Metal Fitness, right? Metal isn't spelled M-E-T-A-L. It's M-E-T-T-L-E, right? And so when metal is spelt this way, it's actually referring to someone being resilient and overcoming obstacles, being optimistic in the face of adversity, right? So in any fitness journey, there's never going to be a linear path to success, right? There's always going to be things that you have to overcome, whether it's injury, whether it's plateaus, whether you're struggling with nutrition, maybe you're trying to figure out what training program is going to work for you, the whole gamut, right? There's always going to be things to overcome. And so success really doesn't happen without being perseverant, without being resilient. So that was really the idea behind the name. Through fitness, we're not just training our body to be healthier, to look better, we're also training our mind to be more resilient and to overcome shortcomings in our life in the gym and outside the gym as well. So to transition from that, there's one other thing that I wanted to touch on, and that's really, in my opinion, the 3 elements that are required for success in any area, whether it's fitness, business, personal relationships, whatever it is. So those 3 things are effort, consistency, and time, right? So there's the quality of your effort, how consistent you are in putting in that effort, right? How regularly are you putting your best foot forward, and how much time you've given the first 2 pieces of this equation here. And it's not that keeping these 3 things in mind will make the process or the path to achieving what it is that we're trying to achieve easier, but I think when you keep these 3 things in mind, it gives you a better blueprint and a better plan, and it gives you that mental edge to say, okay, well, I may not be there right now, but I know that I have to do these 3 things. I have to keep these 3 things in mind, and if I'm plugging in these 3 pieces of the equation, eventually I'm gonna get to where I want to be. When something is going wrong, these 3 pieces give you that ability to break it down and figure out where you're going wrong. Am I putting my best foot forward? Am I putting my best foot forward every single day? And how much time have I given it? Have I done it for a day, a week, a month, a year, whatever that is? All right, I'm back in the apartment now. Started getting a little busy at the lounge, so it's getting a little loud. So I'm gonna sign off here. But that's pretty much the video, guys. Like I said, I plan to do a lot of videos on training and nutrition, and just showing you guys how you can incorporate these aspects of fitness into your daily life without it feeling overwhelming. And so if there's any topics that you want to see me cover, any other videos you want to see me do, please comment down below. Please let me know. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I look forward to sharing many more with you, and I'll see you guys in the next video.